Hi, my name's Amanda, and I'm here with Axel Christensen, who is going to tell us all about his company, Axel Camp. We have one of his products here called the Arrow, and this looks like a camper to me, but you're going to have to tell me all of the cool features that we need to know.
Sure. So Amanda, it's the design philosophy here is teardrops are great because you can tow them with anything and you can stuff them in your garage. But where they fall down, and we make a teardrop in fact, or square drop, but where they kind of can be limiting is if you want to have a whole family, and this is designed for a whole family, and you don't want a giant RV and you don't want to have to get a larger pickup truck. I've had a large pickup truck and they're great, but the fuel prices and all that. So this is 12 foot long in the cabin. It's 61.5 inches wide, and it has a kitchen area, a queen size bed, and a large storage and a shower on the other side. So
this sounds like the sweet spot of campers.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, you know, I'm fairly large size, and you're probably designed this for all size people to be able to fit comfortably inside.
That's right.
That's something that teardrops never have afforded me and my family. I'm excited to learn about all of the features, but specifically, can anybody tow this?
Yes. This Arrow is the Outback, which means it's really loaded up with gear. It's 1,700 pounds, which means almost anything can tow it. Essentially, the smallest vehicle that is rated is something like a Crosstrek or a Forester, and they'll tow 1,500 pounds. And this, in the lighter configuration, is under 1,500 pounds.
Wonderful. I think all of us have something like that in our driveway, so this is ready for anybody. I love the colors, I love the design. We've got a wonderful mountain that's inspiring us to explore, but now I want to explore more inside this. So
Great.
Where do we start?
So, time to cook your meal, and you open this up.
Woo!
You stand under there.
Look at that. The gorgeous woodwork you've put into this. What
Thank
is
you.
some of the material that you've used?
This is hardwood. This is beech, I believe, or either that or soft maple. We use both of those.
It looks like we're making coffee.
Yep.
Looks like we've got bins for storage.
And it's fully designed to be off the grid. So there's a generator, a solar generator in the front, which is essentially a big battery with a lot of controls. And that provides 12 volt power here and inverted power right here. So even if you're off the grid, you can use your microwave and your coffee maker. And when you are with power or with a generator, you can plug in your shore power here and it'll charge up your solar generator up in the front there.
So I won't be losing charge with my iPhone, so I can stay on Instagram
That's
and share
right.
this with all of my followers that what my adventure is and how much coffee I'm drinking along the way.
Not sure what the Wi-Fi is up in northern Maine, but because you might want to take it out.
Tell me about this section. This looks interesting.
So there's the slide out tray for either a cooler or a fridge, 12 volt fridge. So basically you can open this, store away all your food. You can also take it out, load it up, drop it in for when you go ready to go camping.
And that's really a nice feature because then you can just go from your house to the camper, to the beach, you know, wherever you're going, it's grab and go.
And wait till you see the storage, because that's the same design philosophy. That's
Well, you know, we're going to need all of our outfits when we go places, so places to store.
well,
you
and
have...
children need endless things, so.
Oh gosh, don't even get me started. I love that you have the fire extinguisher, and it looks like all the safety features are in place to keep things from knocking about when you
That's
are
right.
in travel.
Yep.
So fabulous job there. I even like the fact that these are raised a little bit so things aren't flying off the corner.
Exactly.
Quite like a boat in that manner.
That's right. We get a lot of advice from people who build boats around here.
Yep, yep. What
It's-
about this section over here with the grill?
So this is a table that comes out and clips into the side and gives you a little bit more room.
Wonderful.
So little propane tank there. There's also a propane tank up in the front which powers the shower. In that area, this has a 16-gallon freshwater tank and a 10-gallon gray water tank. So
That is marvelous.
wash your dishes, prep all the stuff there.
And as reference, I'm 6 feet tall, so I can get right in here. And it's perfect height for me. Can you make my kitchen this height at home? That would be great.
Good. I think that covers the kitchen unless you had other
Oh, it's just beautiful.
Thank
I want
you.
to start cooking right now. All right, I'm excited to learn what this next segment is here about the camper. We have a whole back end to explore, and I just want to point out the feature of the sailboat that you graciously
You
put
saw the
on
Easter
there.
egg, yes.
I just love it. Thank you so much for that attention to detail. When you have that kind of focus on what makes something special, you know the rest of it's just going to be a treasure hunt. So let's keep looking. What are we looking at here?
So we have a cabin that will sleep 2 adults and 1 child in this configuration. I'll open the door. And it's interesting to note here, the vent, there's dual vents for either side. We don't put any holes in the roof because we work really hard to make sure that you don't have to do anything special on the roof. So, open that.
This is a nice sized door. No claustrophobia happening at all, just to report in. Look at this. This is enormous.
So it's a full queen bed. I'll turn the lights on. There's cabin lights here,
You got to see this.
and they're on a dimmer. There's an iPad holder here, and I'll have you look around later at the solar generator, but that's a 600 watt-hour solar generator, so that'll keep you off the grid for a long time, even with a 12-volt fridge. That's the big energy user. We have fans and porch lights, and we have underlights. So the porch lights are on either side when you're camping. We have a USB point over there. This is the bunk bed. It folds up so that if you had the bunk bed down, you would actually put the pillows back there. But this folds up out of the way for if you're not using it, or it's a good luggage rack. We have our smoke detector and CO detector up here for safety, and a thermostat here which controls the heat. The heat's piped in underneath the bunk here.
I love the little element of storage that you have there as well. Everything just
iPad
looks,
holder and all, yeah.
it looks so ready to have a fun night with your family, all winding down after exploring, watching a little bit of a movie, and getting cozy.
And you can watch the sunset through here.
That is fabulous.
And it's a 6-inch memory foam mattress. I think the dog wants to jump up. So yeah, that's, you know, you can adjust these. We have a lot of vents around here. So I think that covers the inside.
Again, it just feels like a wonderful boat. It's a great feeling in here.
Good.
All right, now we're on the other side of the Arrow. Tell me what we're going to look at on this side.
So you have a lot going on here. You have the storage, and these are stacking crates. So the idea, and they're all labeled. So the idea is that you can bring them in from your house, and also when you get to your campground, just unpack them, put them where you want. We have a top for these also that allows you to sit on them and use them kind of as furniture. Here you can see the 16-gallon water tank, and there's a gray tank tucked under there. And back in here, you have a shower.
No way.
So you put this up here and you drop these curtains, and you can basically have the privacy
What?
to take a shower.
Bye, Axel. Look at you.
Don't
How
peek.
perfect.
Yep, so
And again, just the right height for everybody. And I assume that the curtains come with the purchase.
they do. They come with the shower option. And there's a propane tank on the front, which you connect up to that Camp Lux there.
Can anybody operate all of these functions with minimal instruction?
Yeah, we've tried to make everything very modular, so if something breaks, it can just be swapped out. That's like the logic behind. We don't do a fancy electric system of our own. We use a solar generator, so if it goes wrong, it's got a warranty, return it, put a new one in.
Wonderful.
And you've got more storage up here, so these are fenders that you can climb on. You've got a cargo basket up here and a roof rack. We can even make the roof rack longer.
I can store more things upstairs.
More things upstairs.
What? This is fabulous. The whole length. How great is that?
Okay.
Thank you so much for the tour of all of the inner workings and functionality of the Arrow. It is now a great time for you to talk about some of the exterior features that we have, including this lovely treasure box here.
Sure,
Let's
sure.
start there.
So this is a lockable tongue box. This is somewhere you can put things that are like muddy boots and things like that. Things that you want to keep safe, but out of your cabin, out of your storage. This is a propane. It's a 5-pound propane tank. I believe 5 pound or maybe 10 pound. A smaller one because you don't need a lot for the shower. There's a wheel on the tongue, and we have these grab bars because on pavement it's really easy to just pull this thing around. And that's a big thing because if you go down a really small road in the middle of nowhere and you get stuck and you can't back this thing up 2 miles, you get out, you turn this thing around, drive your car around it, and you can go again. Now I want to say this is the most important thing in the whole camper, which is the roof. Anyone who's had an RV knows that this is where they fall apart from. They come apart right on the seam, unless it's an Airstream aluminum riveted or a fiberglass, which are fantastic. They come apart on this seam because a tiny bit of water gets in, freezes, makes a bigger hole, repeat, and you get water coming down into the walls, then you get mildew, the ceiling falls apart, the whole camper falls apart. So we worked really hard on this aspect of it, and we left things out in the winter to test what would work. And this is 1/4-inch folded PVC. And it's welded. So this is wrapped around. If you look up here, you can see that this is not, there's no seam here. It's just a folded thing. And under this, because we wanted to really be careful, there's ice and water shield, which is what they use for your house. And that means that even if water should get through here, it won't get into your camper. And we don't put any vents in there. You'll notice that even the storage racks are bolted in from the side. And there's kind of a drip edge here so that rain comes off and sheets off and doesn't even really hit the walls very much and doesn't get into your windows and things like that.
Where can people find out more about this and all of your other products?
So they can go to axelcamp.com, and we have frequently asked questions, and they can reach out to me. There's a builder tool where they can explore the different options and the different versions of this Arrow.
That's fabulous. Axelcamp.com, and make sure that you talk to Axel. He's here ready to speak to you and answer any kind of funny questions that I couldn't come up with today, but you certainly answered all of them that I have. This is a beautiful piece, very attractive to have this on the back of your car going down the road to your next adventure, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Amanda. Thanks for all the questions.